I'm making this video today because I've been getting a lot of questions all over my social media. I know so many of you guys that are watching me or that have been watching me in the past. I know there's a lot of you guys that really want to go abroad, but I know you're scared and like you just want to know more from people who actually have been abroad and their experiences. So here I am today. I'm gonna tell you a bit about my experience and I hope this video will be helpful. Right now I feel like it's the perfect moment to make a new one because I'm in that part of my experience where I finished college and I'm also experiencing life abroad, if you get me. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you don't know me, I'm Italian. So I was born in Italy and I've been studying most of my life in Italy. I decided to move to Ireland when I was 18 years old. I just finished high school at that time. I was 18, so I decided to go abroad for college. The reason why I decided to come to Ireland is because I had visited Ireland in 2012. In 2012 during a school trip, and I got so overwhelmed by this country in the sense that I felt like people were being really friendly and just in general it was a really nice place. I felt like it was a really nice place and I had been in England before. I could tell the differences. Don't want to discriminate. It's just comes from experiences that obviously people are different and like Italians are different from Irish people. So first of all, a little background of my story. I was born in Tuscany. When I was 13 I started high school and my, let's say, how do you say that, but like my course, because I know it's different here, but like I know my course in Italy was languages. So I studied languages for 5 years until I was 18. By the time I was 16 I had already been in England and Ireland, and by the time I was 17 I told my parents that I really wanted to go abroad just to study because my passion for English has always been huge. I wanted to be in a place where I could speak English every day, where I could make friends in like English friends, like make friends in English, and where I could really learn and improve my skills. And I also wanted to kind of get away from my routine, my life, and it sounds really harsh, but I felt like I really wanted to do it. At first I applied for different universities in England and Ireland and Scotland. So I got accepted in Scotland in, oh gosh, I can't remember, it's been a few years, but I got accepted in Scotland and I got accepted in 3 universities in England, Exeter. See, I can't even remember the names. I'm really sorry. If I can find them, I'm gonna write them somewhere. One in Wales, and it was 1C. Then I got accepted in different parts of Ireland. I got accepted in Dublin, in Limerick, which is another city in Ireland, and Cork. I had been accepted to pretty much so many universities and I was so happy about that. The only thing this happened in the span of like 3 months because during the summer, it was summer 2015, I had to decide where to go for college and the college would start in September. So I remember that summer was really frustrating, really hard on me because I needed to make a decision. I made my decision in August 2015 and I decided to go to Dublin. So it's been 3 years now, a little bit over 3 years, just a tiny bit over 3 years. I graduated from college. My college was DCU, Dublin City University, and it's in Dublin, obviously. My degree is multimedia, and some of my modules, for example, included, for any of you, in case any of you is wondering what my degree is, my modules covered public relations, interface design, social studies, photography. What I liked the most about my module was public relations because I feel like I had a sort of insight. I could see what goes on behind every ad that you see online, every ad that you see on billboards, everywhere. It was really cool, and it was really fascinating to see how companies work and all of that stuff. I feel like I was more on the not creative side, but more on the, how do you say that, like more on the business side of multimedia, and I really loved it. So I graduated in November, so it was 4 months ago, and yeah, my experience. First year I was really, really excited, really happy, and super duper happy. I was almost blind. For the entire 3 years in DCU, I lived in campus, so I would meet new people every single day because there were so many people there and so many students. I was really happy. I remember it was quite an experience. It was quite hard to make friends first because I felt like I wasn't so confident. Now I can talk to anybody. Now I can talk to any stranger if I need to ask the time, or I can, you know, if I need to ask anything, I can stop anybody. While when I remember the first few weeks when the lectures would start and all of my classmates would be there, I would be really shy and I would barely talk because I was scared of what other people thought about me, and I was scared of making I was scared of making mistakes, and I couldn't let myself make mistakes when I was here on my own. I have changed so much in the past 3 years. You can really tell even by watching my videos. But the first few weeks I had to really, you know, push myself to make friends, because obviously I wouldn't say I'm shy, but I'm really reserved when it comes to meet new people. And once I know them, I can talk about anything with them. So yeah, I met amazing friends. People were being really kind to me. They were being really helpful. If I needed anything, I could literally go and ask at the desk at the registry at university and ask for help. They would give me help. They would help me with anything, and I felt like I was being treated really well, like I was being treated like one of them. And it was really, I felt really happy about that, because obviously you want to make people feel as comfortable as possible when they're in these situations, and DCU made an incredible job doing that, and still does that, because it's still doing that, because I know there's so many other people like me in DCU right now. During first year, I realized, after a few weeks in college, I realized that most of my friends would go home during the weekend, because obviously not all of them were from Dublin. Some of them would be from the south, from Cork, from Galway. They would go home during the weekend, and then they would come back on Sunday evening to start the lectures on Monday. Okay, I changed my angle, sorry guys, I really don't want to see that guy literally in front of me, so now I have the screen between us. As I was saying, I started noticing that my friends would go home every weekend, and it started to make me feel a little bit uncomfortable, in the sense that I would be on my own during the weekend. In October, I made friends with some Italian friends. There were two Italians living in the same block as me, and I made friends with them, and I started going out with them during the weekend, so I wouldn't feel alone or wouldn't feel lonely. Every now and then I would make new friends because of them. I would, you know, explore it a bit more. So I would say the first few months in DCU were amazing. I was never like, I want to go home. I really don't like being on my own. I really hate this. That thought never crossed my mind. I was really happy. I was being independent, which I've always been taught in my life, like to be in my life. I never felt nostalgic. I know it's really weird to say, but it's true. I never felt nostalgic. I could say that. Let's say from October to April, I started dating two different guys, not at the same time obviously. But during my first year of DCU I started dating two guys, and obviously different times. They were both Irish and they both broke my heart, made me a little bit more fragile. By summer 2016, so after I finished college, I finished my first year in college, I felt like I felt really happy. I was really grateful to be there still. So facing hard situations on your own can be really hard, and this is one of the aspects that you have to consider when you decide to go abroad, because obviously nothing is rainbow and nothing is flowers and sunshine. You will have to face experiences, whether they're good or bad. You will have to face them, and you will have to just be with yourself and learn your limits, learn who you are. I spent my summer in 2016, I spent it at home in Italy, and I went abroad. I went to America. I came back to Dublin to start college in September. A few months of the second year of college were great. I was back at doing my own thing. I was back with my Irish friends. I was back in a country where I could speak English every single time, where I could be myself. And then suddenly, I really don't know what happened, but I suppose it happens even to the strongest people. I started feeling a little bit nostalgic around, I would say, April of 2017. I started getting this feeling of not being really oh, I want to go home. Not it wasn't like that, but I started thinking about, being home, just being home with my parents. I would miss my parents sometimes at night, or even when my friends would go home during the weekend, I would start missing my parents. I would start missing home time. I would start, missing just silly things. And it's such a common thing, it's such a natural and normal thing to experience, because I'm telling you, even the strongest people that live abroad do miss someone or something sometimes. 2 years later, I finished college. My degree-wise, my module really taught me a lot, and also college was really, really fun. I think DCU, my college, made that even more fun. There were organized events, there were organized parties, there were organized social events, and it's something that makes students, how do you say that, bound. So I really, really, really appreciate what DCU has done for their students. So for this video I'm gonna end it here. It was a little bit of my experience. Wanna know where I'm at right now in my life? Just make sure to follow me on Instagram, and I'll be there just posting pictures pretty much every week. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.